Before we begin, this programme contains strong language and discussions of violence from the start. Listener discretion is advised. Names have been changed.
So random guy walked up to me, yeah. This guy tried to fucking rob me. He put me on knife point, innit? I fucking stabbed him and then I run.
This is Fallen Gates, classroom grades, playground gangs, presented by me, Hugo Sugg. So I started thinking about gangs in colleges in 2023 when I was a youth worker in Birmingham, and I worked with kids who were involved in it while still at school. I also attended training whilst there because it got me really interested, and I attended training on county lines and child criminal exploitation, and I very quickly realised it wasn't just happening in Birmingham, it was all over the country. So I reached out to a former gang member in London and we heard him at the top of a show. So it's 11:30 at night on a Tuesday and I'm walking to a low-lit car park where I'm going to meet this gang member in his car. I am 20-minute bus ride away from home, so I'm nervous. Right, what name do you want to use for the tape?
What, and like abbreviation? Fucking KY? Who the fuck is that guy?
We've been talking online for a few weeks, so we both feel comfortable. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Gangs.
Yeah.
When did you join? And how did you get into it?
It's like early year 9, secondary school, innit? Well, I joined because of the protection. I mean, it was a big crowd, and having protection around you is good, especially in fucking secondary school. Half the time, I didn't even know I was even part of it. I wasn't even like, say, yeah, you're part of this gang. We just rolled around, friends, and it turned out I got part of it somehow, where I started doing shit for them as well. We were selling THC, we were selling fucking pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls are ready-made joints, and THC is a substance found in cannabis that gets you high.
At one point, we started selling cocaine for some fucking reason. I don't even fucking know why. But that was fucking crazy though. Or some random brother just walk by, just buy it off you and then cut. We were buying knives. We were actually reselling them as well for some fucking reason. To like people who just wanted it for their own protection.
So I've just been combing through the 2024 National Crime Survey for 10 to 15-year-olds. 3.1% of young people said it was likely or very likely they would get attacked in their daily life by someone carrying a weapon. 14.6% felt like they were going to see people they believed to be involved in gangs.
Around the start of year 9.
This is Michael, who's 15. Year 9 was a turning point for him also.
That's when I changed how I used to like a proper, I went out, I got suspended from school, bunking school, all of that type of stuff, messing around. Just being a bad kid out of nowhere, start year 9, because I met some new people.
When you changed, who were you hanging around with? What were your influences?
People older than me, I wouldn't even lie. A lot of things, they'll tell me school's not worth it, all of this, and all of them were focused, they're all focused on money, and trying to make me forget about school. And that's what changed me a little bit. They wanted me to sell drugs to people. So they gave me drugs, told me to go there, come back. And I did it for a little bit of time. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, but to me, there was still a good amount of money. There was no pressure on me at all. If I wanted to stop at that time, I could have stopped. I'd still been calm with it.
Michael was running drugs for a gang while still in secondary school. He says he needed something on him to feel safe.
I never felt like I wanted to use it and use it. But I've carried it a lot of times before. But every time I have it and something told me to use it, I just think about if I'm that child and how my mom would be. So I don't think I could ever use it at all. Unless Unless it's like something like hits me, then I use it. Like I can never like want to like use it against someone.
We don't feel when that young person got bullied in school or got excluded. But when that young person got murdered, we as a community felt heartbreak. See, there's a saying, Andrew Fuller said this, it takes a village to raise a child. But if that village is broken down, how can that child be raised?
That was Kyle Nicholson, a youth worker speaking at an event in East London in May 2024, hosted by the London Peace Action Collective, or PAC. This group of young people have lived experience of violence and in 2024 completed phase 1 of their research project, focusing on school exclusions and its connections to violence. They found that mainstream schools should understand the root causes of bad behaviour and support young people in education more.
Yeah, I changed from like a good boy, like I'm still a good boy, but I changed from like going to school every day on time and doing what I'm told to instead of like, but now I'll just do like something like what I want. Get in trouble with the police, staying up late, not giving a toss about school, and stuff like that.
So it's a few days after the event, and I want to see for myself how exclusion really affects young people. So I've come to this alternative provision in East London. So just at the school. Hello.
She said in school. She's been one-to-one with the
So I'm just waiting in an empty classroom for the first student to walk in, Sky. She's been moved back and forth between schools before she settled here. She's now happy and she feels listened to.
So I went to a different school from year 7 to 8. Then I wasn't in school for like a year. Then I went to my old school, my recent school in year 9, and then that was when, that point in my life, I was going through a lot with home as well. And I went there to this new school, and the school was just so much, like, it was a lot. But then I was fighting. I wasn't fighting for no reason. I wasn't provoking. She hit me first. I'm the one. I look violent. I look in the wrong because I can fight.
The real core aim of this establishment is to provide young people with life chances and prepare them for adulthood.
We also met the head teacher. We're calling him Adam.
Having a firm understanding of some of the issues that young people face is really helpful to be able to tackle and support some of our more vulnerable young people in society. Traditional mainstream schools may have failed without removing the barriers and the blocks in front of these young people.
Clark's also a student, but he was only willing to speak on the condition he remains anonymous. Clark, thank you for joining. Why did you get kicked out of school?
Like, I was running around the school, I used to swear at teachers, and I never used to do my work.
Okay. How does that make you feel now, looking back?
Like, it makes me feel worse now, because now I'm in this school, I can't really get that proper GCSEs and that.
Probably the saddest thing is the lack of aspiration and opportunities that young people have now. So 20 years ago, you could see young people who were not necessarily academic, and you could gear them quite easily to trades, whether it's carpentry, electricians, plumbers, builders, etc. Where now the desire and the aspirations of young people is fragmented, and also the backgrounds that they come from in terms of the moral compass that they have is so low, self-worth so low, poverty.
My dad wasn't around at all. My dad wasn't the figure that he should have been.
My mum, I had 2 little brothers. She really want us, like, at school.
I live with my mum and 2 younger brothers.
Can I ask you about your dad? He's not around. You don't see him. Do you want to share anything about that?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine.
It's just me, my mum, my brothers. And that's how I'm used to it. Like, yeah, I'm close with my mum. Then I have my one cousin I'm really close with. That's like my best friend, my cousin and mum. So, yeah.
So if you take the fathers out of the household by providing women with independence, great. All people should be independent. But what are you replacing it with? So you haven't replaced the dad. So now you have children who are being brought up with just mums. That's okay. That's fine. Because sometimes it's not by choice. But if you normalise that, and then the outcome is that you've got no discipline in schools, no discipline in the home, no discipline on the streets, what would you expect to happen then?
When I was looking at news stories about gangs, violence, crime, it was just all boys and men. And that's a huge problem, yeah. But I really wanted to find out the other side. What's the role of girls? So I'm keen to find out from you, what do you think the impact of girls is on gangs? And what is the role of girls, your age, similar, to gangs and gang culture?
Girls want attention from boys. This is where people get set up as well, because it's like a girl thinks that she's doing something. She thinks that she's going to get validation by setting some boy up. Even money, like something. I don't know what she's getting out of it, but that's the girl's role.
The girls would be like, the stuff, like if you tell us to do something, they'll get it completed. But they're like, they would really want something for it. They want a lot of money for it.
What we would do, we would just give the knife to the girls. Like any girl that was part of or connected to us at some point, we would ask for a favour. In return, we would actually just give them THC or not actual money, because THC was easier to come by.
I feel like some girls try to be involved as well. They just try to impress because they think that this lifestyle is cool, or they like a bad boy.
Girls are the reason why most crime happens. It's for girls. So they have a funny role in all of this. So most young boys who commit crime want to make money to get a girlfriend, or girlfriends, plural, or they want to impress girls. So the motivation of the young boys is heavily influenced on females.
With the boy, it's just like, it's harmless. He's meeting a girl, he's not thinking anything of it, and that's his life gone. And then now this girl, her life is gone too. She's gone too because she set him up. And that's what girls don't realise as well, because they're just thinking money, or gangs, boys, yeah, I want validation from boys. But no, you're taking part in taking someone's life as well.
– 15, 16, 17, you were exposed to things.
At 16, I saw my first gun. Drugs being sold, people being kidnapped. For me, to be exposed to that wasn't very great.
What would you say to someone who was joining a gang or thinking about joining a gang?
First of all, I'll fucking call you a fucking idiot, because I've been through that shit. You're going to gain nothing positive from it.